Yo everybody, PDElite Gaming once again. This here is something about heists that a lot of people have a mistake of making here when picking the heist outfits for the rest of the players. Now one important thing you should do is always set it to player saved outfits. As you can see up on the heist clothing area, if you put your cursor there and you move it over, it will change to player saved outfits. You need this. This is so that the player can access their heist vest. And that heavy heist vest is very important because that heavy heist vest allows you to soak up a lot of damage. And there are some missions where you will take a lot of heavy damage. So you want to use this vest. Now this vest will slow you down a bit, but you should be okay. You do a little jumping around, it might get you to places a bit quicker. But for the most part, this vest is what you're gonna need to proceed. Now this is not for all the big time veterans and things of that nature. This is not for you all that can just do whatever you all want. This is just for the general players, especially the ones that have the what you would call randoms in the crew. I hate that. I really don't like that term, but anyway, it is what it is. So for those that you don't know that join your crew, they may not even speak the same language. What you can do is you can set it to player saved outfits, and they should be able to understand to put on this vest. You don't need the whole entire outfit, you just need the vest. Now if they don't understand that, maybe they will understand it over time later on during the mission once they see other people wearing this vest, because they need to know how important this vest is to saving their lives, especially when you're on a mission where they are the host. Somebody from another country is the host, and you're going to be lagging a lot. When that happens, you don't want to be caught lagging, because your damage will add up much faster than you know. You think that you're okay, but no, you're not okay. Your damage will, your life bar will go down so quick, and you'll be like, wow, how did that happen? So this vest will be that difference. This vest is almost like taking normal damage when you're in a game that's lagging. I'm sure most of you all know this car by now. This is the famous or infamous Armored Kuruma. And this Kuruma you will be using in the heist. So you might use it for other things as well, but this is specifically for these heists. You're going to want to get one of these, especially if you are a heist leader, if you're planning to be a heist leader. Now, this car, for what it costs, if you just are starting out, you're gonna want to save up your money. Don't get your money and do the first thing you want to do is go out here and start trying to buy anything you see, because you'll never have any money like that. If you really want to get the money, this is what you do first. You get this car. You make sure you get this car. You make sure you get the heavy heist vest. These are the things you want to get. These are the things you need. They're essential to completing heists without failure and collecting that big payout at the end. And if you wonder how a lot of people have money, yeah, I know there's other nefarious means, and we're not talking about all that, but we're talking about the real way people keep money. People like me and others, friends of mine on my friends list. Yes, we can go here, we can come in here whenever there's a new add-on or anything, and we can just buy whatever we want, basically, because this is how we have made this money over time. And a lot of people say, well, it's a grind. You can look at it like that if you want, but I have to say, me being a PC player, I started out right when Heist was released. That's when we got the game. We got the game when Heist was released. And I'm sure it was meant for you all to have Heist, but it took so long for it to come out at that time, the update. You know, when they finally brought it out, they was bringing out the PC version as well. So me starting off with this, I always wanted to do the Heist anyway, so it never felt like a grind to me. I can understand the smaller missions feeling like a grind because they're short missions, they don't really pay that much, and it's almost like a chore when you have to do them so much. But since I started out at Heist, once I got to Pacific Standard Heist, this was the heist I did over and over again. And I made so much quick money, so much easy money. And it got to the point where we made so much money that we would just help out others. There are people in our friends list, there are people in my clan, you know. We have, I know I have actually given up all the money I could sometimes to another player. And you know, that's how you make like a good connection or whatever. You don't have to do that. That's just what I do. I like to give to those who need it. You know, I don't like to see anybody, especially when they're just starting off. If I can give you some money when you're just starting off, so for you to get these things, then you'll be well off already. You'll be ready to go. You'll have your heist vest, you'll have your Kuruma, and then you'll have this apartment as well. Now this apartment is a specific apartment. This apartment is 0604 Los Lagunas Boulevard, apartment 4, and make sure you're at this apartment. It should cost you around $126,000. That sounds like a lot, but make sure you get this last once you have, you know, a good amount of money. It's not necessary. You don't have to like make sure this is a big priority to get, but this is something you may want in the future, especially if you are going to be the heist leader. You don't even have to be the heist leader to have it. Bikes are usually over here, and what happens is when you get to this point of the heist, you destroy the bikes right here. Might can pick up a little vest over there. Then what you want to do is you want to hop over this wall and then go straight to this apartment, and you should be able to go into the apartment and bring your friends along inside, or you could just come out with the car and let them hop in. Now things are a bit different since, you know, I played it some months ago. People have come up with new things, and they do things differently now. Not too different from what I'm telling you, but it's just that little orders are different in the way that they have players. Some players will stay in the bank, and a couple of players will come out here and get to this point, grab the car. Then they will go pick up the rest of the players, and then they'll have to make like a little cycle trip back through here to make sure that all the checkpoints are made. Now, I am not too familiar with the checkpoints at the moment because I took quite a break. And then once I came, and this was starting off as I took my break. Once I got back, I saw that, you know, that whole thing was in full play, but I still don't understand it that well. So I'm not going to go into it here and give you all any type of messed up info on that front. That is something you all will have to learn if you all get with the right players, and you know, they do it routinely. So, but I just know the older way we did it, and that's the one I'm going to stick with for now until I get it by memory. But make sure you don't get the wrong apartment. The apartment is 0604 Los Lagunas Boulevard, apartment 4. That is 0604 Los Lagunas Boulevard, apartment 4. So make sure you pick that up much later. Once you got your money, once you stacking right, then get that apartment. But make sure you collect your ends. So you'll get your ends pretty fast. You'll get your money pretty fast, especially if you're playing with the right people. And some people are generous, some people are stingy. Some people, it all depends on if they know you or not, if you did a good job, if you came late. You know, a lot of these factors can depend on how much money you receive from the heist leader. So that's the way that works out. Just make sure you save your money. Make sure you're not spending it on anything crazy in the beginning, because once you invested in all the things you need, you'll be able to buy sweet rides like these. That's what you want to do. So whenever there's a new add-on that comes out, it might have some great rides or whatever it may have in there, especially when you want to go to the shops and trick them out or whatever. This is what you want to do. And you'll be able to buy anything you want. It's that simple. This is PDElite Gaming. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and stay tuned for more. Hey, I love all of y'all out there, and I'll holla. Oh yeah, before I forget, make sure you all keep an eye out for the 2 times cash in RP when that happens. When those events happen, you want to be right here doing as much Pacific Standard heist as you possibly can. Because I've made $1 million off of that or more. I mean, that's just one playthrough of that. But I've also made I made tons of money when that's going on. And a lot of the others do too. You don't even have to be heist leader to make a lot of money, collect a lot of money off of that. We gave somebody, I remember we gave up a lot of our money and we gave somebody $1 million playing that with us because they needed it. So make sure you all check that out. Alright, that's it for now. And now, I'll holla.